You've been waiting for this, haven't you? Welcome back to the Regulator. My name's Ethan, and today we are reviewing the British Locomotive Studios version 2 of the LSL Class 37s pack. This one I've been mega excited for. Ooh, I forgot to turn off my desktop audio. I do apologise. So, this one is one I've been waiting for forever, especially with the two locos at the front, which I'm sure you can see. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy. So, this pack released a couple of days ago, I think, I can't quite remember, and there's a lot more updated stuff in it. We are actually in crew at the moment, because I thought, why not? I couldn't quite get them all to fit here and make them look good, so I put them in. So we have a bunch of 37s to get through and a bunch of different variants, and we'll start on the right with 401. So we've got 401 in her 2019 condition, I believe. I believe she was ex-DRS. Yeah, this was DRS. That's checking. So, this loco was DRS, and I believe so was 409. Although I'm more than welcome for people to prove me wrong. Yeah, she would have been DRS. So, here we've got the colour she was in when she finished with DRS. So, I love this texture though. I love how it's got where the nameplate used to be. I quite like that very much. You've got oil leak coming down the locomotive. The weathering all over it, which is fantastic. I do apologise if you do see some particle effects. I've actually paused the game because there's so many locos down, it's actually slowing my PC down. But we'll carry on. Ooh, very nice. So we've got some patchwork here of probably where they made repairs to the locomotive over the duration. And oil leak this side, nameplate, and the odd patches on this side as well. And then we get it when she was in LSL colours. Well, as she is in LSL colours. With nameplate returned, brand new shiny livery, and with all the nice shiny bit of lining and all the rest. Very clean, very nice. This is probably one of my favourites, I must confess. So it's very lovely. And then we move on to how she would have been. So we've got a bit of weathering going on here. So this is grey now. So that would have been black on the paint, and it's obviously worn down over time. So we've kind of gone down a texture, which is still quite nice. I do quite like the varied weather effect and the messing around with the cab. Very nice indeed. We'll move to the final one, which is as she is now. Oh, well, my frames came back for a second. Oh dear. One little thing I am going to just do. Why is that there? Screenshot that. Is that meant to be there? Might actually be meant to be there, I'm not sure. Because all of the rest of these are on... Yeah, the rest of these are all on the cab side, so that might need flagging up. But about that, I quite like that, so very nice. We'll move over to 409 now. She was also ex-DRS, so... And she also has the thing here. I'm assuming that's meant to be, but I'm going to take some photos just to confirm. And you can see she's got the patchwork as well, so she's got the same stuff as 401 in this condition. So where the nameplate used to be, the weathering on the loco, patchwork, and I bet we've got another one on the other end. Yep, we have. Very nice indeed. And then we go to how she came out the shop. So she was out shopped in this livery. Very nice. Got stickers in the right places. Detailing is lovely. Oh, and also the nose end light was also changed on this. I don't think this one ever... No, that one wasn't black. Okay. So, yeah, very nice indeed. Just checking. All check the details. Moving on to... Hang on a minute. Oh dear. So, yeah, moving on to where she was in the kind of weathered state on the roof. So, working very busy loco. Running along, we've got some weathering along the cab, on the roof I mean, So very, very nice indeed. Oh, with some oil effects as well. But what's that? Oh, it's just my graphic settings. And then we have some more weathering as well. So quite nice. I don't think there's too much Oh no, there is quite a fair bit of difference on that. So that's very nice indeed. And of course, there's the nameplate lock. Or if someone is Scottish here, and I do say any of these names wrong, I apologise. But I'm not Scottish. We'll move on to my two favourites. So we got this is where I forget the numbers. So this is okay, so this would have been 521 and 667, I believe. So here she is in her livery. I think I don't know if there's much change with these. I need to just have a look. These are in variant order, by the way, so yeah, I can't quite tell the difference. Although I am not a genius, it must be said. So is this without? Okay, so there's no thing here for. Well, I still think these look awesome, so I'm not complaining at all. What is different? Oh, so there's some buffer beam changes. I'm trying to see what's different here. But either way, looks very nice. So we will definitely get a few videos and streams of this in. We're going to the next variant, which is the next one up. So again, very nice. Yep. If someone can see a difference, please shout at me. You have my permission. However, here we go. Yeah, here we go. So we now have Locomotive Services Group on the side. So we have the branding of the loco. So that is very nice indeed. So we're getting to this point now where they own. Well, I believe they own the loco. I'm not entirely sure. So someone please confirm that for me if you can. We'll go to the next one up, and there's not much change on this one. If someone could show me what's different, it might be the interior views. I'm not sure. I will do the interior views. Probably not in this one. Oh yeah, this one's a bit more weathered, I think. Yeah, a bit more weathered. I believe you can't. It's quite faint, but I believe there is weathering on that. Also, if I do keep taking breaths, I do apologise. Unfortunately, but yeah, it's just a bit thin where I am today, so I am having to stop and take drinks. And then we go to a relivery, which I believe is a bit. I don't know. I still haven't decided on this in real life. This is how they've put this one and 667 in now. So we now have this line black. So we'll just go around. Yeah, so this is 521. Yeah, so that's very nice. Although, am I meant to? I need to have a look at this very rapidly. 1 second. Where's she? Oh, no, they don't have it. I was looking for the cab information, but it's actually not on there. Even on the big one. Okay, that's quite interesting. Have we come back from LEDs, or did we ever have LEDs? No, we didn't have LEDs on this one. It's the other one that had LEDs. So, but no, very nice. Quite like all of that. And it's got plows, which I like as well. So, very, very nice. Now, yeah, that looks good to me. And then we'll go do a sister. We'll go do 667. So 667 again, same again. There's not much difference with these apart from the. Oh, I forgot what that's called. Oh dear. Apart from the nose ends, I believe. So again, we've got our British Rail livery there. And we'll walk up to the next one. So, does it have centre plough on this? I can't quite tell. I think that one has a centre plough. No, there's no plough on that. Okay. There's a plough, but it's not a centre plough. So, but again, very nice. So we go along. Oh, hang on a minute. That's interesting. Oh, no. It's not on the others. Okay, so I'm assuming that plug was taken off then. Yeah, because that looks like a panel that's been... Yeah, so that's a... So, oh, okay, that's new. Oh, hang on. I wonder if it did it on this one. So I'm just going to have to go back. Yeah, I can't find another one. That's quite cool. I like how that feature's been added in this pack. Very nice. But again, another nice livery. Moving on to the next one. So these little things which are... What? Ah, so that'll be deterioration of buffers. But no, very nice. And we have, and at this point we have our Flopsy nameplate, which I absolutely love this nameplate a lot. So it is very cool in my books. And we got it on the other side as well. So yeah, we have that. Okay. And then we move to here, so that's been removed completely. I'm not entirely sure that's meant to be like that. No, it must be. Can't quite tell. However, we should be getting our first LSL. No, it's not on here. Not yet. Will only change? For some reason the lining on this one looks a bit dark. No, that's a dark colour. Okay. So for some reason this one's got a darker orange on the cab. Okay. Well, we've got a flat nose end instead of having the plug on. That's quite cool. This one should be the one with... Okay, this one hasn't got it either. Interesting. I thought by now she would have had the... Oh, it might be the next one now. So we have a bit of weather in here. Quite like that, indeed. So wherever the locomotive's been going along the track and it's got dirty. I believe this engine actually got leased out to Network Rail for a bit. But that might have been on this livery. This livery, there we go. So we've got... Yeah. So this livery we've got our first bit of LSL. So very good, very nice. Got our nameplate and... This is one? No, there's only one in there that has an odd colour. I'll check that. And here is what it is. So 667 in the black with a nameplate. Yeah, very nice indeed. And all these lights are LED lights, I believe. The front, so they're like really clear white colour. So very, very nice. I like this a lot, actually. And then we have the last one, which is Great Rocks. Great Rocks, I think, has a bit of a story behind it, because I think for a period she got used quite often, and then she stopped for a bit, and now she's at the North Yorkshire Moors Railway. Currently getting used for them. I believe it's on lease. I don't think she's been sold, but very, very nice. So 668, 688 even. There, every time. Great Rocks with a nameplate and the ICI. So very nicely done. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. And then we go up with level. So we start to get our faded livery here. So we start to get a bit faded, a bit more weathering, because she went through a very period, I think. And then we get a refresh paint here. Still with the exhaust a little messy, so very nice. And there's... Yeah, just checking I'm not missing anything. So, ooh, oil leak down the side. Very, very nice. I like that. I think this one has... Yeah, that one's got an oil leak as well. Not as... Yeah, not as abrupt as that one, but that one's quite more visible, quite more catchy. That one's quite weathered. Good grief, it is weathered, Jesus. Crikey. So, another one, very nice. I do like this very much. That's quite good. And then we have, as she is now. But with no LSL on the side. I don't think she's ever worn. ever had VLSL on the side of the engine. What's that? That's a stopcock. Okay, very nice. But no, I think all of these are really good. So in total, there are, text count, there's a lot of liveries. I would count, but I'm half asleep. Yeah, very nice. I do quite like these. So once again, BLS, you have done outstanding work. Out. Although I do have a few questions regarding that lining, which I will check, and the two things that were XDRS. But apart from that, I think this is a superb pack. Definitely invested time in it. There is no cost. The link is in the description, and you can also grab the route I'm using for this off of ATS. Is it ATS? Yeah, I think it's ATS. Might not be. Don't know. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like, subscribe, comment below. Anything you want me to review next, please let me know. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. See you again soon. Cheers. Bye bye.